Well, the Trump administration now has until this evening to tell a federal judge what they've done to free a man mistakenly deported to El Salvador. That judge blasted the Trump administration over what she calls their bad faith actions in the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. She says the administration is obstructing the legal process by refusing to provide those details. This comes nearly 2 weeks after the Supreme Court ordered the Trump administration to facilitate Abrego Garcia's return to Maryland. President Trump argues it's up to El Salvador to free him, but that country's president also says he lacks the authority. Back here locally, ICE officials are performing welfare checks on unaccompanied minors staying with family members.
The move is now raising concern among immigration attorneys who say it's part of a targeted effort by the Trump administration. In this case, an unaccompanied minor is a migrant child who presents themselves to Border Patrol agents seeking asylum without their parent or legal guardian. One immigration attorney we spoke with says her clients have experienced 9 unannounced visits from immigration agents in the last week. She says the visits target unaccompanied minors and their sponsors by name.
Our youngest is 2 years old. So even a 2-year-old is issued a notice to appear in immigration court. One day she will be up against a judge and a government attorney, and she'll have to fight against her deportation and seek protection.
She also says the children are on so-called rocket dockets, meaning their proceedings are being expedited, with several of her clients being scheduled for asylum interviews over the same few days. Some big changes are on the way for the State Department as the country's diplomatic corps is the latest agency to begin reorganizing under President Trump.
The proposed cuts seek to shrink staffing by 15% while merging or closing 100-plus bureaus worldwide. In a memo Tuesday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio called the department, quote, bloated, bureaucratic, and unable to perform its essential diplomatic mission. A State Department spokesperson said this about the plan.
But it was never about us abandoning our commitment to funding any kind of life-saving efforts or our work with other nations in assisting them. But it was going to look different, and now it will. But it will not just look different, but it's actually going to be within a functional framework.
Well, the memo does not give a specific timeline, but says the State Department will implement changes methodically over the next few months.
Billionaire and advisor to President Trump, Elon Musk, says he'll be spending less time in Washington.
The news comes after Tesla reported a 71% drop in profits on Tuesday. Musk says he'll step away from the Department of Government Efficiency sometime next month to focus on Tesla. The automaker has seen double-digit revenue drops in the U.S., Germany, and China. The drop is being blamed on political backlash to Musk's DOGE work, tariff war trade policies, and sales promotions.